Okay, so we are recording, and we're going to go through a testing round on Holeski for Rocketsplit. And Craig, you are running right now. You looked up the node, and we do not have a right now. The node is a fresh node. We didn't even set the withdraw address on the node to anything, and so that the withdraw address by default is going to be the node address right out of the gate.
Yeah, and I like your proposal of if it recognizes that the node address and the withdrawal address equal the same, we put up a little reminder box.
Yeah, because the problem here, right, is that in order to change the withdrawal address, we need to sign a transaction from the actual node address.
And we don't want to ever suggest that people put their node address into their MetaMask, right? That's not good security.
Exactly. So let's see if we could do this. We tried this the other day. We did hit an issue. Let's see if we can walk through this again. So the next step here is we need to create a marriage contract. So we need to create a Rocketsplit address that we can use as the new withdrawal address. So you can go down, if you scroll down to the marriage creator, we can go ahead and create a marriage. And I think I still have the addresses here. So these two addresses, Craig, I'll go ahead and throw this in Discord.
Got it.
Actually, it's the address you're working with, and this is one of our other test addresses here.
Which one am I? I'm E70.
Yeah.
Okay. So ETH owner address is the FIFA. Let's put that in.
FIFA.
There you go. All right. So you're bringing the ETH to the table. And how much RPL would you get for bringing the ETH to the table? Let's say 10%. We should really change the notches on this, but we'll do that later.
Yeah, it's still kind of like tough to get to. Like
Yeah.
you just hit it 10%. Nice.
All right. RPL, I'm bringing the RPL to the table. How much do I get to charge in ETH for collateralizing your node? Let's call that 4% just for ease. Okay. Now send any existing RPL on this node to this previous withdrawal address. That would be the node address. We don't have to do that, but how?
Now, a couple things here. So we don't in this instance.
I didn't give it an address, though.
Yeah, we got to give it an address. In this instance, we would not want to check that because if you scroll up a little bit, the current withdrawal address, we're showing the balances there. There is no RPL in the withdrawal address. If there was RPL in this withdrawal address, say we had 100 RPL sitting there, you may want to consider that, right? Because that RPL, if you don't check that, when everything exits, and if this is the withdrawal address that's still being used, that RPL is going to go to the RPL owner. So you want to make sure that you consider that when you're setting up these types of marriages, that if there is RPL, you want to, either if you do check this, what's going to happen is when you exit everything, the balance in this current withdrawal address, so ending in B4D, is going to go to that address, to the B4D address, just that portion, and the rest of it will go to the RPL owner.
Yep. So if you're an existing node that's collateralizing the node with some outside RPL, anything you already have on it, this is going to go back to the node.
Yep.
Cool. I'm not going to check it. But let's create the marriage.
Start out a transaction. I feel like we need a little better loading kind of thing here too. Like when we're doing it locally, it's so instant that I didn't even really consider that, but this is the transaction.
Yeah, most of the UI is like a big pop-up box that goes in the center, it says, and then waits for reception.
Yeah. We got a nice little UI pattern, I think, in this project where it kind of overlays nicely in these cards, so we can definitely do that. Check MetaMask, see if that's still cooking. It is, okay. Yeah, and it looks like...
Ta-da!
There we go. Now we should see a pending marriage there. Which we do. So, can you just grab that address right there and just throw it into Discord? So I'm probably going to have to set that at the node level. Okay.
So okay, so me as the RPL address that was entered, I can now confirm the set withdrawal address, and that's my transaction. But it won't actually change the withdrawal address until you do your confirmation.
Yeah, but before you confirm that, let me just take a look at the code here, and I think I want to see where we're calling out to right now. I'm pretty sure we're calling right to the node to set the withdrawal address as pending, which you're not going to be able to do that from the address that you're at right now. So this transaction should fail. So let me see.
Is that because the node has to do it first?
Yeah. So really, I think the workflow here would be the node changing the withdrawal address to another, EOA, and then just using that account to create the marriage. But let me just double check exactly how we're doing this. This is in the pending marriage, the marriage list item, address, and we're calling. Yeah, so we're calling directly into the Rocketpool storage contract, and we're calling the set withdrawal address function right on that, which
me as the RPL owner has no rights to call.
So really, at this point, in this kind of workflow that we're going over right now, that address needs to be shared with the node operator, and the node operator can then change the withdrawal address to this address. So I'm going to do that now on my end. I'm going to go ahead and try to change, and I'm going to use, this is going to just be through the CLI. And actually, I think we have a video on this, so we don't really need to capture this screen. This is just setting the withdrawal address as you would as a node operator when you set up a Rocketpool smart node.
So you're going to change it to an address on your MetaMask?
No, I'm going to change it to that 9C6 address, the pending marriage.
Got it.
Now, when I tried this yesterday, I did hit a problem, but I'm not sure it's related to this. So let's see if I go, the command I'm passing here is just Rocketpool NW. So to set the withdrawal address, and the withdrawal address is, let me grab the address here. Okay, so I'm passing a transaction now. This looks like it is going to work, and I'm going to say set that withdrawal address, yes. That's in the transaction. Okay, so now the withdrawal address change is set to pending. So now we can confirm it if you refresh here. And now we'll have to look for the node again.
Yeah, one sec. It's in here somewhere. Oh.
Okay. So now we see that we are migrating to Rocketsplit. Now, you should be able to confirm it, because what it's going to do is going to call into the Rocketsplit address, because technically this needs to come from the Rocketsplit contract now. And we have a method in there that will call into the storage contract to actually confirm this.
Yep, and me, as the RPL contributor, I have rights into that contract.
And I believe, well, let me just confirm that too, because
and it's confirmed.
Boom! All right, there we go. So that was the workflow. Oh, look at that. We still have some. We have that logic in there for the refund. We have to take that out, because if there's refundable RPL, it'll show there. That's why you see that 0 address with 0.
Oh yeah, when we were testing.
Yeah, so that's got to come out. But the values that we put in, so the ETH owner is taking 10%, the RPL owner is taking 4%. Looks like we're in good shape. All right, awesome. We're good. And I think we actually have some validators running on this. So let me, I don't think our validators are live yet though. So let me just check. Yeah, we're still in an initialized state. We have five mini pools that are up to run on this node. So I think the goal here is to run this for a little bit and see some value flow through, and we can test it a bit. Like we staked all over test RPL on this node.
Oh, we don't have it. You didn't save anything?
No, I just staked it all. I probably should have kept some.
Okay. I'll
So
ask and see if anyone else has, a few, but I would like to test that I can throw the stake RPL on there with this button. But
yeah, we got to definitely test that. And to get that RPL out, now we have to exit everything. We're not even running them yet. So
okay, cool. May as well stop video then.
yeah, this looks like it worked well. So I think the key takeaway here is if you're new, if you have a new Rocketpool node, when you first set up your withdrawal address, you still need to set that withdrawal address on the actual node itself using the node wallet. Now we could go through and test changing the withdrawal address back to an EOA or even another Rocketsplit address, which we all should be able to do through this interface now. But we'll do that in another video.
Yeah,
All right, let's stop it.
cool.